my new master at last. I am C2N2, steward of this vessel. It is my extreme good fortune to serve you.
Glad to have you aboard. Tell me your functions, C2.
C2 series droids represent the latest advances in everything from starship technical maintenance to nutritional advice tailored for your specific organic needs. Welcome aboard this Corellian Defender-class light corvette. It was custom-built to offer a Jedi both first-rate combat performance and meditation amenities. Along with the usual accommodations, you'll find a secure captain's locker for storing valuables. Your bridge contains an ever-updating map of the galaxy. It's quite beautiful to look at. Priority alerts from the Republic network are accessible at the HoloNet console. Long-range communications are available via the Holo terminal. And finally, the ship's intercom will inform your crew that you wish to meet. Do you have any questions, Master?
If I think of anything, I'll let you know. Thanks for the tour, C2.
My pleasure, Master. I do have a few final notes. As you can see, I am not equipped for physical danger. My function is to maintain the starship as your home away from home. I am happy to assist you with any non-hazardous task, of course. I pride myself on the utmost attention to detail.
What do you consider a non-hazardous task?
I am programmed to modify other technology. I can also perform long-range surveillance and diplomacy. I'm quite useful, I assure you. Whenever you are ready to depart, consult the galaxy map on the bridge. The ship's computers will handle the rest.
Is there something you need to tell me? How old are you? So, just how many partners have you had? It's always hard to lose someone. If you're looking for a hero, look no further. Come in, Coruscant Control. Requesting permission to launch.
Permission granted, Master Jedi. Coordinates to Ord Mantell have been uploaded to your Navicomputer. Good hunting.
So, ground rules? Master Kuix let me do whatever, long as I wasn't in her way.
Do what I do, and you'll be fine.
We make it up as we go. Nifty. Question 2. What's my job on the ship? Hate standing around, makes me antsy.
It's a big ship. There's plenty of work. Do what comes naturally.
Reprogram the computer to call me Master? Done. We'd better get moving. Let's go save the galaxy.
Master Jedi, on it. Flight Commander Jordan, Republic Navy. Afraid there's bad news from open space. The Imperial Armada is attacking Republic assets in secret, goading us into violating the Treaty of Coruscant.
Give in to their taunting, and the Republic will have the blood of a galaxy on its hands.
Don't worry, Master Jedi. We're taking measures to prevent war. Fleet Admiral Newman has authorized the formation of the Coruscant Aegis, an elite attack squadron meant to break the Imperial offensive swiftly and quietly. If you're interested, I'd say you're more than qualified to join the squadron.
I would be honored to fly with the Coruscant Aegis.
Excellent, Master Jedi. As a defender of the Republic, your call sign shall be SHIELD. Every member of the Coruscant Aegis will strike independently across the galaxy. I'll upload your mission data to your ship. Silence the Imperial threat, and guard the Republic well.
General, I've arrived at Ord Mantell.
Perfect timing. I've just finished coordinating things with my man on the ground there. SIS Agent Ottow followed the enemy transmissions to a specific location planetside. He'll give you the full details. Your T7 unit can interface with Darth Angrel's hyperspace data transceiver and download his communications. Take the droid with you.
Guess I'll be playing Dejaric against myself while you have all the fun.
This sounds dangerous. I want Kira as backup, not T7.
I'm afraid there's no choice. The droid is essential to mission success.
He's right. Scanning a hyperspace data transceiver is a little over my head. Besides, T7 can handle himself.
Take a shuttle to the surface and meet Agent Otto. Good hunting. SWTOR out.
I've visited my share of seedy ports, but this one's the seediest. Just as well I'm staying behind. I'll make sure nobody steals our landing thrusters.
Take care of things here. We'll return soon.
Have fun down there.
Agent Otto, Republic SIS. Welcome to Ord Mantell. Hope you enjoy war zones, Master Jedi. This planet's full of them.
What's this all about?
Long story short, there's a civil war between Republic loyalists and a separatist movement bent on Ord Mantell's independence. That's the official story. The unofficial one is that the separatists are funded and supplied by the Empire.
Sounds like things are headed in a dark direction.
Only reason we're not fighting the Empire now is because they won't commit their own forces. They'd rather throw separatists at us. General SWTOR had me send a probe droid to the hyperspace data transceiver's location. I learned two things. First, it's on an island. Second, they don't like visitors there. My probe droid wound up disintegrated. Make sure that doesn't happen to you, eh?
Disintegration isn't on my to-do list.
When you find the hyperspace data transceiver, plug in your T7 unit and download everything you can from its logs. With any luck, we'll learn what Darth Angrel's been up to. Be seeing you.
Name, Markovic. Rank, Lieutenant. That's all you're getting from me, Jedi scum.
Your big talk is wasted on me.
You may as well kill me now. You'll never hold me prisoner. Hey, what's that droid doing? Get away from there!
Copy every file you can, T7. We need to know what this Desolator weapon can do.
You won't live long enough to tell anyone!
Get the rest of Darth Angrel's design files for the Desolator weapon.
Back already? That was quick.
T7 downloaded some of Angrel's communication logs, but the rest were destroyed.
Some intel is better than none. At least the Empire has one less hidey hole. I'll put together a team, see if we can secure that island for our side. You should report to General SWTOR. Be seeing you.
So your master was here all along. Well played, Padawan. Your lies convinced even Darth Angrel.
Put down that lightsaber and step away from my Padawan.
Spare me your pathetic demands. I hold the power here, not you. Imperial intelligence noticed this girl wandering the station and alerted my master. Darth Angrel came from 20 parsecs away for a personal interrogation. Unfortunately, we were led to believe you weren't here.
Told them you were on Corellia. Suckers.
No matter. We have you now. Surrender. Unless you want your Padawan to die.
He's lying. He can't kill me. Angrel's orders.
Release my Padawan. It's your only way out of this.
I'll never understand what drives you Jedi to throw away your lives. You risk certain death to free this girl. Why? Some misguided sense of duty?
I'm not here to discuss philosophy.
Unfortunate. It would have bought you a few extra moments of life. When I present Darth Angrel with your head, he'll be most appreciative.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I've never been happier to see anyone my whole life.
I'm glad you're safe, but I need to know what this was all about.
Not much to tell. One second I'm watching smugglers haggle over spice, next thing I know the Sith have me. Angrel wanted to know everything about you. Threatened to kill me if I didn't answer all his questions.
You obviously didn't tell him anything useful.
What kind of Jedi do you think I am? Angro left with an Imperial Admiral to refit a battlecruiser. Sounds like they have some new weapon. Desolator? We should warn the General about this right away.
It looks like Taris was combining all your weapon projects to create something codenamed Desolator. We believe Angrel's arming his battlecruiser with it.
And it's no coincidence I've lost contact with Agent Galen. The enemy is raiding our weapon research facilities to build that device.
What about Master Orgus and Kiwix? Have they checked in?
They went on comm silence after leaving Coruscant. They're due to check in soon. We can't let Darth Angro complete this Desolator weapon, whatever it is. I need your help stopping him. Securing Nar Shaddaa is vital, but there's another target just as important on Taris.
You have another superweapon on Taris you didn't tell us about?
I'd rather not say more until you're there.
What else are you hiding, General?
I'm not the one doing the hiding. You'll understand later. Too many security breaches here. I won't risk the enemy finding out about this. When you reach Taris or Nar Shaddaa, contact me. And good luck.
Republic Emergency Response Corps Secure Hollow Frequency Polaris. The crisis on the Outer Rim requires immediate intervention. The adverse hegemony have obtained a Republic battle station and are using it for acts of aggressive expansion, conquering entire star systems.
I've never heard of this group. What are they after?
They're a xenophobic political faction seeking to expand. Until now, they've been a containable threat. During the last war, Republic scientists developed a mobile battle station codenamed Hammer. It bombarded planetary surfaces using asteroids as weapons. Hammer Station was indiscriminately destructive. The project was cancelled and its prototype ordered destroyed. We don't know how the adverse hegemony now possesses it.
Maybe our friends figured out how to construct their own Hammer Station.
They lack the resources to build anything of that magnitude. A direct fleet assault would be suicide. Shields are useless against asteroid strikes. The station can target and destroy large vessels easily. But an assault shuttle could evade the asteroids and deliver a commando team to destroy Hammer Station from the inside. We just need volunteers.
And what happens to that commando team when the station blows up? Posthumous medals?
Overloading Hammer Station's primary weapon will take time. The boarding party can flee before its detonation. Destroying the station is your main objective, but we need to know how the hegemony obtained it. Any data you recover could prove useful. Hammer Station has just entered orbit above Salukami and demanded its surrender. Your assault shuttle is standing by. May the Force be with you.
Hammer Station is destroyed, Master Satele.
The people of Salukami and the other conquered worlds send their gratitude. The enemy has retreated to their home system.
Those conquered worlds will need help rebuilding.
Relief ships are already en route with food and medicine. Thanks to you, we know how Hammer Station survived destruction. Years ago, its autopilot was set to fly the station into a nearby star. According to the data you recovered, a mechanical failure cut the station's engine just short of its final destination. Adversec salvagers discovered it several months ago.
Didn't anyone from the Republic bother to make sure the station was destroyed?
The failure occurred beyond our sensor readings. It took years for Hammer Station to drift where the Advosec salvagers could detect it. Regardless, your valiant efforts will be remembered. Take care. and may the Force be with you.
General, I'm on Taris. You seemed worried about this place after Ord Mantell. What's the big mystery you wouldn't reveal?
I apologize for the secrecy, but this involves someone the Empire would love to get its hands on. Angral's son, Taris, was the lead scientist on our advanced warfare projects. But these technologies were all invented by Dr. Nassan Godera. Dr. Godera is a genius. Calculates targeting algorithms in his head for fun.
If he's so special, why wasn't he leading things instead of Taris?
Dr. Godera hates the Empire. So much so he quit in protest when the Republic signed the Treaty of Coruscant. Disappeared completely. We recently discovered he's hiding on Taris, but the swamps, predators, and city ruins are keeping us from finding him.
How could he survive in such a place?
He's a resourceful man, and he isn't alone. He brought advanced droids with him. The Republic is recolonizing Taris. Recently, we found evidence that our missing doctor has been here for years. Reconnaissance discovered one of Godera's outposts in the swamp. It's entirely automated. Nothing but droids inside, and they're not cooperating.
How do you know this outpost doesn't belong to someone else?
The droids kept demanding Godera's passwords from us. They work for him. I've had people scouring Taris for other outposts. The survivors returned empty-handed. After what you learned on Ord Mantell, we need that man's expertise. You're our best shot at finding Dr. Godera.
I'm hoping I won't have to do this alone.
I don't have many personnel on Taris, but what's there is yours. I left a small team monitoring the outpost. They'll aid your search. Transmitting outpost coordinates. Good luck. SWTOR out.
Hold a moment, please. Strom.
Scanning. ID confirmed. This is the guy.
Welcome to Taris, Master Jedi. Apologies for the delay, but Governor Suresh requests your help with some security issues on the reconstruction project.
Is Governor Suresh the official in charge here?
Yep. Duly appointed senatorial supervisory governor for planetary affairs. If you're feeling long-winded.
Taris is substantially more hazardous than initial reports had suggested. The specifics aren't common knowledge off-world, but
we're trying to rebuild a planet covered with toxic junk and diseased carnivorous monsters. And it ain't working.
Governor Suresh has plans to alleviate some of these issues, but they require highly skilled individuals to carry out. Individuals like you.
How does the governor plan on dealing with this exactly?
She'll be happy to discuss the details with you in person. I'll let her know you'll be stopping by.
Just hear her out. You can make a huge difference here.
Thank you for your time.
We've been waiting weeks, and those things are still swarming our property while you sorry excuses for defenders of the Republic sun yourself on the base.
This is a military operation, sir. This planet hasn't been cleared for civilian occupancy.
My brother didn't mean to be insulting, but for 3 centuries our family has dreamt of reclaiming our place on Taris, and now to be stopped by those things.
What's this all about?
They're old estates off base, so we got no way to secure it.
Taris is our home. We're not gonna wait until the army takes its pick of the planet and then throws us the scraps.
The Republic validated our records, but some outlaws set up a camp there. They've got security droids all around the perimeter.
You need something dangerous cleared out first?
It's not raccoons or anything. There's someone living there. Sentience.
They've got security droids all around the perimeter. It's a war zone. We almost got killed entering our own property.
The Republic will respond to all such claims of hostile, non-indigenous life forms based on strategic value.
After so long, you should not be kept from your home.
See? Listen to the Jedi. He knows we're the rightful owners.
You want to explore? You look like you can handle it, but it's your choice.
Would you really be willing to take such a risk for us?
Your claim seems just.
Great. They're all yours then. You find anything important, you can fill out a form at HQ.
All we need is to get those blasted droids cleared out and find out who's controlling them. I can handle the rest.
I'm sure it would work if we had the manpower, but we don't. The numbers just aren't on our side.
Success isn't in the numbers, Chief. We don't need more people, we need the right people.
Excuse me, but I was told to meet with Governor Suresh.
Bardo and Strom found you after all. Good. Thank you for coming in. I'm Governor Suresh. Our goal on Taris is straightforward. Rebuild everything the Sith destroyed, and remind the galaxy that the Republic never gives up. But resources are tight, and we have some serious challenges. Toxic chemical spills, scavenging pirates, and the wildlife.
Rat ghouls. One bad bite can turn you into a vicious monster just like them. There's thousands out there, maybe even millions.
Where did these creatures come from? How did they get here?
No one's totally sure. They were here before the Sith bombardment, and their numbers have only grown since then.
The rat ghouls use tunnels buried in the ruins to attack by surprise and overwhelm our soldiers. Every work crew we send out is decimated. We came here to achieve the greatest reconstruction project in Republic history. Instead, the workers hide in this outpost like frightened children. No more.
What can we do to push these creatures back and keep your workers safe?
We need to level the field so our security forces can do their job. Chief Trigg has put together a plan.
A suicidal plan.
A bold plan to collapse the tunnels the rat ghouls are using to ambush our people. I know you're up for the task.
Old ventilation shafts still connect a few hubs in the tunnel network to the surface. You drop explosives in enough of them, and the whole thing collapses.
Don't you have soldiers here who could handle the job?
Large groups of soldiers attract too many rat ghouls, just like the work crews. We need to keep this small. You have a reputation for overcoming impossible odds. Live up to that reputation. Help us transform Taris into the future of the Republic.
Hey, you're not a refugee and you're not an aid worker. Why are you here?
I'm a Jedi. I go where I'm needed.
Well, we needed you a week ago. First, the scavengers attacked us. Then the local troops forced us out of our homes. While one side's looting, the other's bombing. And we get to sit in a tent and hope.
It's better to move you here than leave you on a battlefield.
They didn't have to drag us out in the middle of the night like they did. They could have let us grab a few things. My mom's in shock, barely leaves our tent. The whole camp's just waiting to go back to the settlement, but the scavengers are still there, probably looting left and right.
Why don't you let me deal with this?
Seriously? Well, if you could get back there, we left a lot of things behind.
Hey, did you say you're going to her house?
Someone's going to the settlement? Get me my land speeder!
My farming droids are still out there. Oh, and my sonic washer. Hey, Bada, get out here. Someone's making a trip.
All of you, back off. We do this one at a time, or nobody gets anything. This could take a while. Are you still in?
Just, everyone can't talk at once.
Okay, one at a time. You get one item, one portable item. Make it count.
I want my digging tools. I don't know how long we'll be here, and if we're going to build or grow anything, we'll need them.
All I hear all day is dumb boys fighting because there's nothing to do. I've got a box with 10 custom Pazak decks. Bring those.
I got a micro generator in my toolbox. Bring the toolbox and we can plug in everything electric.
I've spent years working on a novel in my spare time. It's on data file. I'm sure it won't have been stolen.
And what I need is our Nadu seeds. Just a few packets would go a long way. It'd mean everything to my mother. Please, hurry.
You don't look like a pirate. You're not a pirate, are you? Please tell me you're not a pirate.
Don't mind him, Jedi. Pirates attacked our settlement and fed his family to the rat ghouls. None of us have been the same, really. Perhaps you can help us?
That depends on what you want me to do.
First pirate that crosses my path, bang! Feed him to the rat ghouls. See how he likes it.
Look, maybe he's not all there, but all of us know how he feels. We built a settlement out here. We defended it from rat ghouls. We started families. And those pirates attacked and took everything. It's hard not to want revenge. But mostly we just need to move on. Start a new settlement on a different part of the planet, maybe.
How do you intend to do that?
We had equipment at our camp that made Taris livable. Protected us from the rat ghouls. If we can get that equipment back, we can start over. Maybe start to forget and heal. Can you help?
You can count on me.
Hold. We have no more with which to defend ourselves. You have left us helpless before the Rakghouls and everything that haunts this planet. My people are refugees, survivors of the battle on Coruscant. Would you turn us out of yet another home?
The owners have been waiting centuries to return here.
So many men are here to reclaim this planet who know nothing of its past. Ancient Taris was a blight on the Republic. The black mark on its reputation for freedom.
As far as I know, it was some outer rim nothing until the Empire blew it up.
Humans on Taris did as they do on all planets. They seized the surface, claimed Taris's wealth, and forced every other species underground. Every meter of land owned by a human was probably seized from another species, just as this was seized from my ancestors. I have their documents. So old they were kept in printed form. Read them yourself if you doubt me.
If you have legal claim, why not bring it to the Republic?
They prefer not to admit Taris's ugly history. Still, we came to start over. I had hoped the new Taris would not be so quickly tainted by the old. If you have any sympathy for our cause, perhaps there is something you can do? We are alone and at the Republic's mercy.
I would not wish to see you turned away from your home.
I thank you for softening your heart to my story. I will tell my people to begin repairs on our droids.
That's enough bloodshed. Let's be professional about this. I am Watcher 1 with Imperial Intelligence. Those men you fought served me.
What kind of name is that?
My title is who I am. Any other name I gave you would be a lie. Despite what General SWTOR believes, I've known about this outpost for some time. Your imminent arrival forced me to take action. My mission is to protect the Empire from Dr. Gadera's weapons. I'm afraid I can't let you have him.
Don't insult my intelligence. The Empire only wants to destroy the Republic.
Believe what you will. Imperial Intelligence prides itself on accurate threat assessment. I've known you were coming, analyzed your strengths and weaknesses in preparation. You defeated the fallen Jedi Bengal Moore to become a knight. You're an exemplar of your order.
Either this guy reads minds, or he's got spies on Tython.
He could have acquired this information from any number of sources.
The point is, I have it. As fortune would have it, Dr. Gadera will be in my custody shortly. You've already failed.
The Force is with me. I'll find Dr. Gadera, and you.
I see my reinforcements are finally in position. Terminate him.
Blasted imps. Death is too good for them. Thank you for liberating this facility. Good riddance to imp scum.
They were living beings. I took no pleasure in their deaths.
The imps received what they deserved. I will shed no fluids in their memory. My designation is REM0. Dr. Gadera assigned me to this facility. Primary function? Enemy surveillance. The facility was compromised when Republic cowards arrived on Taris, and again by these imp scum.
Why do you call the Republic cowards? These people died defending you.
Republic cowards surrendered to the Empire many years ago. These deaths do not alter that fact. My programming forbids cooperation with non-Gadera life forms, except under extreme circumstances. That criteria is now met. Watcher 1 reprogrammed this facility's tracking relays. He traced Dr. Gadera's encrypted bioscan to its present location.
If it worked for Watcher 1, it'll work for us.
The imp scum destroyed the central computer, hoping to prevent this. I must repair it while you reset the outdoor tracking relays. I will provide you with the tracking relay's coordinates, but be advised, the outdoors are dangerous.
There's no better way to find Dr. Gadera?
Negative. The imp discovered a flaw in my maker's security. An organic euphemism? He got lucky. Commencing computer repairs. Contact me when all tracking relays are reset. Then we can triangulate Dr. Gadera's location. If you encounter any imp scum, please annihilate them. How you handle Republic cowards is your discretion. Good luck, Jedi.
Kogdichoski nawi kuchusi yomaga chi popota. Chopechuta, kasoyeli choirato kapachuta. Echaba non batava ada kiti konya, chidunek nanola.
Sounds like this should be relatively simple.
Tupa nupa chirota. Kugatichoski nawi kuchusi yomata chi pompota.
Tell me the whole story, and more slowly this time.
Jiskoliska changanga. Pumpa kunchinga. Shisakawa kaya topa. Pubana bakawanki. Kugatichoski nawi kuchusi yomata chi pompota.
How do you plan to achieve this?
Susachoski no iuta. Yuna liska chananga wachi tospa. Inikondinga. Anini joka. Nuchawa. Kichacha una chichi tua. Kusa, punya blasto wonki ki acho kanchi. Munaki se imataka.
Chino hagwa puntacho. Chubalong haku.
We don't kill prisoners. Even a criminal like you deserves the chance to make amends.
Sasa pasa. Vivi karuba utachuba chananga. Makuli chi wanta hompa. Mulira wata wampa. Unabongo wa wunikupa. Tonti tok makitoni.
Jataninchi sta luka. Ubaziki dantiruha.
You could become a powerful and respected ally of the Republic, instead of a hated pirate.
Makuli chi wanta hompa. Mulira wata wampa.
Inga kijita. Nini tanu. Alilo kwekuta. Umpa hupa. Chikilia umpasa dobiska.
Whatever you say. Works for me.
Yuna liska chananga wachi tospa. Inikondinga. Jobatota capola cupi di opera. Chipanka tisa. Chopichuta. Kasolyeli choirato kabachuta.
Oh, thank goodness you've got our equipment. I've got word of another group of settlers not far from here. We'll probably set up camp together.
They're no longer with us.
I smell blood. Pirate blood. Stinky, gooey pirate blood.
The pirates are all dead, Ivan. Now we can leave. We can build a new settlement. Let's go.
Excellent job. We could smell the smoking metal corpses from here.
I told him that's not really possible.
So who are the crooks who set themselves up on our property? Did you drive them off?
Your ancestors stole this land. I have the real deed right here.
The alien resettlement was a valid executive order approved by the Republic. This is our land!
There are alien survivors who kept their claim? I'd have thought they would never come back here. I studied the history. It wasn't right.
It was justified. You can't make us leave because of that.
It'll take more than 2 people to turn this place civilized.
I agree, Relis. This isn't our ancestors' estate. This is a frontier. We'll need to grow food, sew clothes, defend ourselves. Wouldn't it be better to ally with these aliens?
Sew clothes? Maybe we should just hear them out. See what they're looking for.
We won't turn them away. I know what it's like to want a home.
Hey, good job. Both on the droids and getting to the bottom of that mess. Taris politics. Huh. Who cares about this dump anyway? Brass called me when you left. Wanted to see if your work's as good as your rep.
Is there something else you want me to do?
Well, I doubt he's asking you over for a cup of mudleaf tea. Captain Childress calls, it usually means something needs fixing. If you're interested, go look him up. His office is at HQ, other side of the base. Tell him you're the one who ran off the Brat Brigade.
Laisha, Vetus, everybody, he's back.
Is everything okay? What did the scavengers take?
Okay, calm down, people. Let's deal with the possessions first, so those who want to can leave.
Hopefully, this will help you start over.
We can only hope. Now, what do we have?
This is fabulous. Not a page lost.
Yeah, I can't wait to turn this on.
I have to show these to my mother. She's been so worried. I'll be right back.
I think what she meant to say was thank you, but she's a little giddy. Don't worry. None of us will forget your generosity.
I don't care what your plan is. We're not sticking around to get eaten alive. Me and my crew are leaving, period.
If you want to abandon the work you agreed to do for the Republic, I can't stop you. But you aren't leaving. A 6-month quarantine requirement has been put into effect. Anyone trying to leave without prior authorization is subject. You can sit in a medical bay and go broke, or you can help us accomplish something unprecedented. It's your choice.
Overcome your fears. Help us save this world for the future.
This is insane! We're construction workers! We didn't sign up for this!
I know you're going to make the right decision here, Hull. Come back when you do. Unfortunately, not everyone flourishes in the face of adversity. Scouting parties are already reporting lower Rakghoul populations. Most of our work crews are gearing up. We're finally gonna get this project moving.
There's still a lot of Rakghouls and wreckage out there.
Obstacles exist to be overcome. My ancestors called Taris home once. Thanks to you, millions of people might call it home again someday. Stay safe. And stay in touch.
Thank you for coming so fast. I told you the commander would send someone, Gartha.
The commander didn't send him. Don't you recognize a Jedi when you see one?
Then we really are saved. Master Jedi, may I please beg your aid? Have you ever faced a Rakghoul before?
Is this a research station or something?
We're a Republic archaeological salvage team, cataloging those who died in the Tarisian bombardment. Mostly, they call us the corpse counters.
It's pointless work. People are dying out here, so the Republic can have a list they'll never look at.
These people deserve someone to acknowledge their deaths. Only, most of our team were lost this morning when Rakghouls cut us off. I was hoping that you might go see if anyone is still alive.
If there is any chance your friends live, they deserve every effort to save them.
Thank you. I'm honored that you would help us. We were in the Zerka Works pipeline. If you go soon, there may still be someone there.
No, there's no hope for our friends now. But maybe you can make those monsters pay for what they did.
As you can see by the data, there is no disease in known space that propagates as quickly as the Tarisian Rakghoul plague. Even one individual Rakghoul can start a pandemic, as we have observed in 81 colonies to date. Until a vaccine can be widely distributed, it is highly doubtful that any civilian colonization effort will yield lasting results. Thank you.
If you're working on a vaccine, I'd like to help.
Working on is a generous term. The last breakthrough in Rakghoul plague research was 3 centuries ago. HoloNet archives say a Dr. Thorne developed a Rakghoul serum vaccine just hours before the bombardment. I've been trying to acquire the serum, but short of putting a blaster to someone's head, that's not going to happen.
What makes you think that?
There's a pirate camp not far from here. They went after the ruins of Sepanik Memorial Hospital. Sepanik was well preserved. If there's Rakghoul serum to be found, it'd be there. I asked Commander Viki to step in, but since it wasn't a Republic hospital, the pirates have legal salvage rights.
What is legal and what is right are often different. I'll pay them a visit.
That's extremely brave of you. The Death's Claw pirate gang robs anything that talks and shoots anything that doesn't. I can't say what will be required to get this done, but this plague has infected half a planet's worth of people. So if that serum shows up on my lab table, it'd be unethical to throw it away for any reason. I hope my position is clear.
Hey there, Captain Childress. I want to thank you for taking the time to see me. You did nice work on that land claim mess. Like we flew this many troops to the armpit of the galaxy so some kids could play pioneer. It'll take way more than it's worth to make this planet livable. Only thing interesting about Taris is that it's the worst failure the Republic's ever had.
The destruction of Taris was a terrible loss.
And we almost let it happen again on Coruscant. 300 years after Taris, we still don't know squat about how to defend against a bombardment once ships are in low orbit.
Until we learn to defend ourselves, we're at the Empire's mercy.
That's why I'm here. Learn what we can, so we don't repeat the mistakes. I sent commandos to defend a research team at the crash site of the Endar Spire, the last Republic warship shot down over this planet. If we're lucky, that ship recorded the whole bombardment. But my teams lost contact, which means there are desk jockeys in the wild with the most valuable data on Taris.
What's this ship? Why is it so valuable?
There were Jedi aboard back in the day. Now, we hope it's got data on the attackers. The crash site's a ways out, fast as you can make it. I don't know if we've got survivors. Research team's your number 2 priority. Data's the most important thing. Take anything the Endar Spire recorded to Commander Viki at the outpost.
It's amazing, isn't it? To stand at the site of such history. The fall of Taris has always cast a shadow over the Republic. So many millions of our people are descended from the refugees who fled its destruction. And we've carried its effects for far too long.
Are you talking about something specific?
I'm sorry, I'm Dr. Synoda. I have made it my life's work to cure Kolu syndrome, a rare cancer that affects only the descendants of Tarisian refugees. But I have reached the limits of what I can do without the original settlers' medical records. I came here to access the systems in Taris's old general hospital, but I, underestimated the dangers.
It sounds like a worthy cause. Is there a way I can assist?
Master Jedi, I am honored by your interest. Please go to the old hospital. I have the plans here. There are emergency generators that may still work. If you bring them up, we can download the old records. Bring them back, and you could save millions of people from a life of pain and early death.
Behedet kusha, ragad tarf tala univers. Ugal unkas, ut termo nulu uma. Uma, ormalo mentu gorastuk.
My pleasure.
Jonulu hagan daralamutu ondota joestakon. Razjono tughu.
This is for you, Gartha. I saw you ahead of me there, before the pack cut us off. Just want to tell you, you're wrong. The dead do care what happens to them after they die. And one of them now. I hear those monsters sniffing for me in the dark, and I know I'll be with the dead before anyone comes for us. And I do care. But I'd rather lie here 1,000 years undiscovered than have some greedy son of a hut like you dig me up just to see what I've got that's worth stealing. I hope someone else finds this and makes you pay for your crimes, like I'm about to pay for mine.
I finished resetting all the tracking relays. Is that central computer online?
Affirmative. Triangulating Dr. Gadera's coordinates now. This facility has outlived its usefulness, and my programming provides no secondary mission. I am uncertain how to proceed. Serving Republic cowards is unacceptable, but I am not armed to combat imp scum. Recommendation?
Dr. Gadera needs all the help he can get. You should come.
Excellent suggestion. Perhaps I can acquire new mission parameters from my maker. Triangulation complete. Transmitting the coordinates to you now. I am coming, but do not wait for me. My maker needs you, Jedi.
Lieutenant Carlslew, I'm all that's left of Commander Childress's 5th Detail. Please, tell me you're our reinforcement.
Childress sent me. What cut you off?
Give me a moment. All's clear, guys, and we've got some muscle from back on base. This is what's left of our research team. The others got ambushed while working. Scavengers must have guessed we were after something good. We need to hold them off long enough for the research team to recover and download that data.
Now you'll get to see how a Jedi handles things.
Okay, data's priority 1. Everybody into the ship, go! If you hadn't come when you did, those would be our smoking corpses there, no question. Unfortunately, we're not done. Not until this wreck's data is in the hands of Commander Viqui.
Give me what you have. I'll get it to the commander.
We've recovered all the high-priority info. If you run that to the outpost, I'll hold off what's left of the scavengers until our reinforcements arrive.
You picked the wrong medbay to rob, Vac-Brain. There's gonna be 200 Death's Claw pirates coming through that door.
I was hoping we could resolve this peacefully.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see these guys lying here? They've got the rat ghoul plague. You touch me, and they'll be on you like huts on a buffet. Except, you know, faster. And don't think they're incapacitated. Oh no, they just look that way. I've got a serum you wouldn't believe.
I'd heard you dug something up. I'm going to need it.
Yeah, we've been using it to, Whoa, wait. No, you don't. No, you can't take it. These people are infected. If you cut off my supply of serum, these guys are gonna turn. You know what that means? I'm gonna have to shoot them all in the head before they try to eat my liver.
You're a doctor, right? Synthesize some more.
With what? My state-of-the-art facilities? I can only use what I find, and we don't find much. The only place I can think of that might have some left is the ruins of Dynamite General. The place was basically Ghoul Town. You want serum, you get it there, and leave us alone.
I better not come to regret this.
No, the stuff is down there, I swear, on my medical license. The real one.
These are all the medical records I could find.
Thank you. I am sure you have braved many higher-profile dangers, but you will never do anything more important. You have saved countless lives. One of them may well be mine. My ancestors fled Taris 300 years ago, and my family still carries their curse. I thank you. You're back, and I don't see anyone with you. Did you... are they?
Dead? What did you think? The rat ghouls would buy them flowers and send them home?
I'm sorry. Your friends are gone, but I made sure those rat ghouls will never kill again.
Cold comfort. There's probably another swarm already moving in.
Excuse me, I should call the base, tell their families what happened.
I'm putting in for a transfer. No job is worth this.
I hear you found a way to make it worth your while.
What did you find? Was Alizu alive? What did that lying coward say about me?
You should have more respect for those murdered by the Sith.
300 years ago. Ha! All the Sith involved are just as dead as them. So fine. You found me out. Who cares? You're talking about people who died generations ago.
We'll see if you think prisoners have as few rights as the dead.
Very funny.
The commander's sending a team to retrieve the bodies. Thank you for doing what you could.
I also uncovered Gartha's crime. He's been stealing off the bodies.
How could you? You told me those boxes were going to the Republic Archive.
Yeah, so I lied. What, you going to turn me in for that too?
We'll work this out later. We've asked enough of your time. Although, if you have a moment...
You sound like there's something more on your mind.
Okay, this'll sound crazy, but there's more rat ghouls at our grave sites than any of the Republic target zones.
They're just drawn to the noise and the smell of flesh.
We're not any noisier or fleshier than a platoon of soldiers. I think they're protecting their ancestors.
What does this have to do with me?
All we know about rat ghouls right now is they have a disease that can turn people into monsters, and they've taken over all of Taris. But if my theory is correct, it'll be our first insight into how they think. This could be a first step toward taking the planet back from them.
How do you plan to achieve this?
The salvage team can't get to the main bombardment sites. There are so many rat ghouls there, you can see them by satellite, like a living carpet. If you could get samples from both the rat ghouls and the skeletons at one of the main sites, we could see if they're related.
We must learn the truth of this.
Seriously, Sierra, you think you can waste his valuable time on your crackpot theories?
You don't tell me what to do anymore. We know how you feel about the people of Taris. Please don't let Gartha discourage you. This is important. And I don't think there's anyone else on this planet willing to brave those rat ghouls to find out. I'll be waiting to hear what you find.
If you have any questions about military operations on... My pardon, Jedi. I'm actually expecting one of your order. Are you the one who saved my team at the Endar Spire?
Everything from the primary computers is on here.
The data from the Endar Spire will be invaluable to the Republic's war efforts. Lieutenant Karlsu tells me there's close surveillance footage of the Imperial warships.
My life is dedicated to stopping the spread of the Sith.
As is mine. Thank you for your service. Republic intelligence has been waiting for this data since the bombardment fell.
Welcome back. Let's get those serum samples analyzed and see what we've got. Well, thank the Force for good Taresian storage technology. I wasn't sure anything would still be viable after 3 centuries. While we wait, is there a cost to these samples I should be aware of? A deal with a pirate crew, perhaps?
There was some unavoidable violence on the way in.
I see. Then if it didn't happen in a plastic beaker, don't tell me about it. Here we are. Fortunately, the plague is so virulent it cultures very rapidly. Bad news. The serum you recovered looks like it was effective 300 years ago, but the Rakul plague has mutated since then. This serum will only provide effective immunity for extraordinarily healthy individuals.
No one's going to take an unreliable vaccine.
Yes, but it gives us options. Right now, I need what we call a lucky survivor, whose system has antibodies to the modern plague. We haven't had a survivor yet, for obvious reasons, but this serum might provide the link we need. If I infected an extraordinary individual protected by the serum, I could collect the antibodies and make an effective vaccine.
What happened to the most virulent disease in known space?
I need someone with proven recuperative powers. Someone who gets injured almost on a daily basis. Ideally, they would have survived stabbings, shootings, poison, infections, maybe all of the above. Or barring that, someone with conscious control over their bodily processes, such as a Jedi.
I am well versed in that art. It should be safer for me than others.
Well, and I have this whole speech ready. All right, we have a medical droid, CB-084, set up to observe Rakuls in the field. He'll be able to collect the antibodies and slow any potential complications. After I give you the serum, go out there and test it. Let the Rakuls attack you and see what happens.
You don't have this plague in a needle or something?
If it needs to work in the field, it needs to work in the field. Now, here's your serum injection. I hope the Force is with you, because the science is stretched to the limit.
The Republic sent a unit to retrieve our team's bodies. They said to thank you for your help.
Aren't you going to ask if he wasted his time on your pet project?
Why do you always try to ruin everything? Do Sullustan moms not hug their children or something? Did you get to the bombardment site? I don't see a scratch on you.
The Rakuls didn't want to give up their blood, but I convinced them.
I'm sure you can be quite persuasive. Just let me see the samples. I've got a portable scanner that can give us preliminary results right now. That's amazing. There's over a 50% correlation. Genetic drift usually means a much less marked connection, even in a normal population after so many years.
They really are defending their ancestors then.
It means we just made one of the most important discoveries in Taresian history.
What? Where's the cynical disbelief?
You can't dispute the numbers, Sierra. You're right. This is amazing. If Rakuls have enough rationality to remember people and places that matter to them, we can't keep treating them like mindless animals.
If they can think, maybe someday we can make peace with them.
Exactly. We need to cancel our operations in these grave sites. We can't keep antagonizing them.
But if we know they come to the defense of certain territories, we can bait them, draw them out, so the Republic can send in troops to exterminate them.
No, if they're sentient, we can't just keep murdering them.
I'll contact the Reconstruction Authority. Do you have an opinion on this?
If there's any way to coexist peacefully with the Rakuls, we should take it.
I guess it's a virtue to forgive, right? At least this way, maybe we can avoid those kind of attacks in the future. I'll give the Republic your recommendation. Thank you again for all your help.
Mahatachi wanchi ayitiupi. Wafuma the border donwi wanki wakoba yakamuka. The goliji watahumpa mulira watawampa.
That's truly a shame.
Dios Magdalia, Paduana Ubikili Watapunka, Toka Patoga, Lorda. Mukutani Yompi, Paduana ni Bobo, Chopaduma.
I think I could help you.
Basta hotas pie o kanin. Magusanobi chunki. Fakota chi otto endia.
I will not leave you waiting long.
Iguatuchu. Tahawa the punyo is the water. Se grotto ubi. Fui baniaka twipi ta boka tonka. Wana waka.
Ah, I see your infection is progressing. Hold still while I take samples for analysis. While I transmit the data to Dr. Cell, there are some questions I should ask. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Dizziness, fever, shortness of breath, and inexhaustible hunger for sentient flesh?
Can you do anything about these cuts? I'm losing blood here.
I'm sorry, my core function is in analysis, not trauma care. Ah, here's Dr. Cell.
Good news. Your antibody count is off the charts. I'll start work on a vaccine immediately. You are remarkably brave. Our progress has just jumped forward by years. While you recuperate, I'm going to transmit the usual secrecy agreements. Just use your thumbprint to sign on the sensor.
I'm not exactly clear on what you're talking about.
This is standard procedure when the Republic develops biotech with significant earnings potential. We develop the vaccine for Republic soldiers first, and when it's proven, sell it to colonists. Until then, it's under wraps. We don't want the Exchange or the Sith funding some horrible operation with an underground version.
Lives will be lost while this profit is being made.
Tell me something I don't know. Every week we hear another Rakghoul horror story. But every colonist on the planet is going to want this vaccine. How do I tell my superiors we gave up that kind of money?
An entire planet succumbed to this plague. Are you a doctor or a patent office?
I'm a doctor. And this cure will get made, even if I have to build the manufacturing plant or hand-synthesize every macrophage.
Well, I think she's angry, but from past experience, may I say that usually motivates her. If it means anything coming from a droid, sir, congratulations on your research, and also your remarkable survival.
What do you think, Khan?
The foundation of the Taris Chemworks factory cannot be repaired. I expect total collapse within 2 weeks. Once the building falls, the stored chemicals will flood this area. They are highly toxic to humans. I am sorry.
I'll make sure there are speeders on hand, but we can't just pack up and go. Do what you can.
As always, I will pursue an alternative. Master Jedi, forgive my inattentiveness. I am honored by your presence, though I advise you not to stay long.
You were talking about evacuation. What's going on?
Many of these ruins are unstable. A nearby structure used for chemical storage is on the verge of crumbling. As I was explaining to my colleague, there is only one way to remove the chemicals before they spill. A burn-off. A well-armed demolitions team could reach the structure and incinerate the chemical stockpiles. I can provide the incendiaries. Unfortunately, no team is available.
You want to plant explosives around a building that's about to collapse?
Between the structural instability, the toxicity levels, and the incendiary chemicals, the mission does carry substantial risk. It is nonetheless urgent. You are not a demolitions team, I fully recognize this. But if you could arrange the burn-off, I would humbly welcome your aid.
Master Jedi, please, excuse my abruptness. The Republic told me you might be able to help with a difficult situation. They say you are a most reliable operative on Taris. Have you heard anything about titroxinate being sold on the black market?
What's titroxinate?
Titroxinate was the pre-patent name for the weaponized agent we think was responsible for the Rakghoul plague. The Empire could fashion it into a terrible weapon, turning us soldiers into monsters and setting them against us.
Where's the arms dealer who's selling this stuff?
I'm more worried about its source. Trace the original titroxinate samples to an old Chemworks factory. It's overrun with Nexu. We can't get near it. If you can retrieve any canisters that remain, the Republic will see you're well rewarded for your effort.
Master Jedi, what brings you to our small corner of Republic space? This is such a great honor.
Even a forgotten planet can harbor dark secrets.
Well, whatever brings you here, I suggest you don't stay long. We barely got stores enough for our station soldiers, much less visitors. At this rate, I've got men scalping ration cubes for a half-week's salary.
If the outpost's in trouble, I'd be happy to help.
I just might take you up on that. Our bases here are far from self-sufficient. We're not farmers, and there's no existing infrastructure here to work with. We're at the mercy of our supply ships. And this one's just went nose down in some of the worst territory on Taris.
Where's the ship? I don't care if it's at the bottom of a swamp.
The Republic thanks you for your service. Our men tried to reach the ship once, but they turned back after taking serious casualties. They said it's more than just rat ghouls, but couldn't make an ID. If you still want to go, you'll need to talk to our quartermaster at the supply shed across the base. She's got the exact coordinates of the crash.
And you're just going to make this all better, huh?
Usually, people are happy if I come to make things better.
I'm Karen Weck, Quartermaster. Commander Gardet just called to say you're retrieving our supplies. For which, by the way, I and the rest of the troops here humbly thank you. But I don't want Commander Fatpants to think it means he gets away with this. Steal from your troops, waste Republic money bringing in silks and wine from Alderaan, and it's fine, because some wandering Jedi will happen in to save you.
That's a serious accusation.
I said over and over that the ship needed repairs. The left stasis generator was loose, and the hyperdrive motivator was seeping fluid. But Gardet had already spent our allotted maintenance budget on himself.
Do you have any doubts about this whatsoever?
I'm telling the truth. Somehow he's juggling the numbers he sends to HQ. No commander needs a personal vehicle in an outpost this size. If you can take this holo camera out to the crash site, you could get the evidence I need to get him court-martialed.
What kind of evidence do you think I'll find?
Here, take the camera. If you take holopics of the engine, I can show that the documented lack of repairs is what caused the crash. The most important thing is the supplies, though. The crash site isn't far. When you get everything, bring it back here so I can distribute it.
Junki, salamat na tupa. Jiholokto chobot I kafsto andale.
I'm here to save the doctor. Where will I find him?
Sigunra deha yaliska chanaga. Itinka cha sa hopoma.
You can lift a blaster? Come with me and fight.
No kawaje uluwani kusji sinchi donoma. Pitoto kapola kupi de opera jiruni pibuka.
Stand down, Jedi. I'm afraid we both lose this contest. Dr. Gudera killed himself rather than be captured. It's a tragic loss.
Your goal was to kill him.
He was far more valuable to us alive. We are prepared to leave Taris without further violence. Full cessation of hostilities. Do you accept?
You've committed crimes against the Republic. I'm taking you in.
You know I can't allow that. Be reasonable. Unlike the men at the outpost, we're trained to fight Jedi. Don't underestimate us.
Wait, Jedi. These filthy imps are lying to you. My Maker is not dead. I arrived late because I performed a second triangulation on my Maker's bioscan.
Thought we destroyed that irritating machine. Now you both have to die.
Critical damage. Circuits failing. Transmitting my Maker's new coordinates to you now. Save him. Do not let my functions end in vain.
Your main processor and memory circuits are intact. If there's a way to repair you, I'll find it.
Filthy imps. Kill them all.
Wamawanka mituski owana tablota wijawa.
Not my finest performance, but serviceable. Do not fear. Dr. Gudera is unharmed. I painlessly rendered him unconscious and gently carried him to safety.
How did you make yourself appear to be Rhodian?
A good watcher never gives up his secrets. We could continue this chase forever, but what a waste of resources. I suggest a compromise. Give me time to administer truth serum to Dr. Gudera. Once he reveals his secrets, he's yours. We'll both have what we want.
You've already deceived me twice. I'd be a fool to give you another chance.
My deceptions have failed to produce the desired result. Now, I'm telling the truth. I will purchase time for interrogating Dr. Gudera by offering you something of great personal interest. A Sith assassin is on Taris, preparing to massacre a small Republic settlement. I can tell you where.
Why are you so readily sharing this with me?
The information Dr. Gadara possesses is worth more than terrorizing defenseless colonists. I know you won't risk innocent lives. It's not in your nature.
We have to help those people.
Rescue your settlement. When that's done, come here and you'll receive Dr. Gadara unharmed. You have my word.
Betray me, and you'll regret it.
The Republic colonists have a temporary shelter near some ruins. Sending the coordinates now. The Sith assassin is noted for being a master of beasts. She likely won't be alone. I advise caution. Good luck, Jedi.
I can smell chemicals on you, but I also smell fire and smoke. Did you complete the burn-off? All the toxins and pollutants have been incinerated?
Without a doubt.
Nothing could please me more. Thank you. The structure will still collapse, but it shall leave no poison in its wake. Perhaps we can rebuild the area after all.
These are all the canisters I was able to recover.
Thank you. The Republic thanks you. Imagine how horrific it would be if the Ragul nightmare had spread to the rest of the galaxy. Please, take this for your service.
We don't have antibiotics. They come on the same ship as everything else.
You're supposed to keep better tabs on that sort of thing. These men have the Cillian flu. They could die if... Master Jedi, dare I hope you've made it to our ship?
No number of beasts could have kept me from aiding these men.
Your order is known for its mercy. Thank you for coming to our aid. The men came close to mutiny when I cut rations again. They knew this wasn't going to be a luxury cruise.
What do you expect? You ask your men to starve while you eat bantha steaks from off-world.
These pictures prove you knew the ship was damaged, and you sent it anyway.
They're going to Republic Command, along with my documentation of every personal purchase you've made. These men left their families and risked their lives to come here. If they die, it should be for someone better than you.
I didn't know the ship was so bad. I thought if it was serious, they'd catch it on Ord Mantell.
A good commander lives under the same conditions as his troops.
I never realized how quickly we go through our supplies. If I thought we couldn't last a month, I have some personal stores. I'll distribute them while you finish here, as a gesture of good faith.
I never thought I'd see anyone put the righteous fear into him like that. Good job, and thank you. Actually, if you're still interested in serving our soldiers, there may be something else. Normally, our 4th outpost comes here to pick up its supplies, but their convoy never arrived this month. I'm afraid something happened. They need to be found.
Just tell me where to look.
You've got to be the best friend these soldiers ever had. The route between the outposts runs along Lake Brel. Not the best planning. There's Rakghouls there, and a Nexus spawning ground and worse. Usually the convoy's managed by only traveling when the sun is highest. Plus lots and lots of firepower. But if they're out there too long, well, you need to find them.
Every moment we delay risks their lives. I'll leave right now.
Whatever happened to the convoy, we need to make sure Morn Outpost gets their supplies. Sonic emitters along the route usually keep off the worst of the critters. But if they're on the fritz, that convoy would have walked into a feeding frenzy. Fix the emitters and see what you can find about the convoy. When you're done, report to Commander Yajek at Morn Outpost. And thank you.
Welcome, Master Jedi. How did our humble settlement earn this honor? Do you need food or water? Anything we have is yours.
A Sith wants you all dead. I'm here to defend you.
Sith? But why us? We haven't done anything.
Since when do Sith need a reason to kill people?
This is horrible. We're not prepared for this.
Then you should not have come back to a world that is not yours. Taris belongs to the Sith Empire, now and forever. Even my beasts understand that.
I can sense fear in your animals.
They're only afraid of me. You just make them hungry. Before you die, satisfy my curiosity. My mission was secret. How did you know about it?
You can't trust your own people. That's why the Empire will fall.
I'll inform Darth Angral of the security breach, but first things first. My pets are ready to play. Are you?
I haven't encountered a creature yet that could stop me.
You should feel honored to die at my hand.
That Sith and her beast! If you hadn't been here, they'd have torn us to pieces. Our settlement is new. We have fresh supplies. Please, take some.
Your safety is all the reward I need.
My parents told me stories of the Jedi when I was a boy. Now I know they're true.
Glad we did this, but we need to wipe that smug grin off Watcher One's face, shall we?
We just stopped to rest. Geozel found a scratch, and we don't know if it's the Rakghoul infection, so we're waiting. And Verdone might be coming down with the Geonosian swamp flu, but we're on our way, I swear, and you're looking at me very strangely.
What are you expecting me to accuse you of?
Nothing. Look, I know we're late, so people naturally start thinking...
You're a pitiful liar.
I'm a terrible liar. I hate lying. All I ever wanted to do was serve the Republic. Fight some Imperials, see new parts of the galaxy. I never asked to be sentenced to this forsaken hole. So fine, we deserted, all right? We're never going back there. I'd rather die.
You have a duty to the Republic.
What about its duty to me? 5 years we've been out here. No break. Most of our friends have died. We're wounded, tired, broken. Fighting something that can't think, can't be frightened. And if you get the slightest scratch, you become the enemy and your own squad puts you down like a dog.
You must return to your post. You knew the risks when you signed up.
I can't. I'd rather kill myself, I really would.
This is a battle you can't win.
All right, I'd rather die than go back. But I won't make that choice for the rest of these guys. Just give us time to get our things together. We'll be back on base tonight, I promise.
State your business. This is a Republic military outpost, sovereign territory of the Galactic Republic. We will defend ourselves with deadly force if necessary.
Do you have some reason to fear an invasion?
There's no unauthorized travel this far into the wilds. Best policies usually blast first, chat later. Don't suppose you were sent by Commander Guarded with news about our supplies.
Your supplies are on the way, but no thanks to him.
Sounds like there's a story there, but I won't waste your time asking for it. Let me just say thanks. Don't suppose you saw any sign of our boys. If they're still alive, they better have a good excuse for leaving us hanging.
They're deserters. I found them hiding in the wreckage.
Those lazy, selfish sons of Hutts. We have men starving here. I'll drag the useless lot of them back for trial. They will not go unpunished.
Oh, excuse me. Something in the air. Spores, I think. Name's Wintag. I'm working on the Republic Tarisian Archival Database. We call it RepTad. I'm assigned to explore the old city myself, but I'm not handling the change of atmospheres very well. I don't suppose you'd be up for a little job exploring the ruins? We're well funded, so I can pay you for your trouble.
Can you explain that?
I'm talking about finding the archive set up by Taris's own government to preserve their knowledge and culture in the event of disaster. I've been working on this for years, and I believe I've finally pinpointed the location of their archive.
Then what do you need from me?
I've tried to approach the location before, but it is positively overrun with Rakghouls. I couldn't get close. If you could get past them, let my assistant know how to arrange retrieval. Her constitution is stronger than mine.
Would you like a chance to be part of one of the great mysteries of the Republic's past? We have irrefutable proof that Revan once sheltered here, soon after returning to the Republic from the Sith. There are many tales of how Revan rescued Bastila Shan and changed galactic history, but there were smaller lives touched as well.
Be direct. Tell me what it is you want.
I am Hackenberg, Historian from the Galactic Library on Coruscant. I am undertaking one of the most important historical research projects of our lifetime. 300 years ago, the outcasts of Taris lived deep below the city, where the Rakghoul plague originated. Revan's journals record bringing them a cure for the plague and leading them to the secure colony called the Promised Land. Yet we don't know if they survived.
Are you asking me to look for a lost colony from 300 years ago?
Or any sign of what became of them. My assistant is coordinating excavations. Anything you find, bring to him. Perhaps these promised ones left some record, something to talk to us across the ages.
Kapatonga, chisa picha wonka ki atocha. Esupuda nupajunki, vaguta ji uta vukise. Vafupagi wanta humpa, muli rabamba hula.
Who has authority here?
Uptola tupatwana dwana wanki slimo pod yukata janga. Oipa moja chapukala, chanusa usabe mota. Sayatupe nu avachikuna, chinonik titoki.
I'll do all that I can.
Ukili baklunki na atabumpa pushuda. Chitonka lishlika changa, bumpa kombokni.
Manuk marakanaja, ki namabam, yak manana.
It's going to be okay now.
Norebe amgin, yam hangan kam kalam. Yukaki mem paninu, am kabina bek memnu kimgam. Umnuk inu memnu, am kakam mem perolak palak.
We are saved. An Upworlder has restored to us the work of my grandfathers. At last, we have a place to escape this oppressive city and the laws that keep us beneath it. A place where we can breathe.
This is a restricted area. There have been no security breaches for the past 111,325 days. Please show your credentials to enter.
Have you been guarding this place for 300 years?
That is correct. My programming appears to contain a contradiction. I'm instructed only to open this door to a member of the Tarisian government. But when the archive was brought online, all members of the ruling government were contained within. I have received no information on their successors.
This place has been a wasteland for 300 years. There is no government.
Let me update my programs. My fall through under that condition is to open only to representatives of the Galactic Republic. Is that you?
I am a member of the Jedi Order and Galactic Republic.
Excellent. Welcome to the Taris Archive. This is the ruling government of Taris, as last appointed, plus representatives of every major science and industry. Their final wish was to be thawed when Taris was once more in the hands of the Republic. Here is data on all those contained within.
I can assure you, I will not fail.
My programming instructions end here.
This will be no secret to anyone listening, but Taris has been attacked. The upper and lower city were destroyed. We have found the Promised Land, but have nowhere to return to. If only we had arrived sooner. The Promised Land is the original Taris colony site. It was sheltered from the direct bombardment, but the quakes have destroyed every building and generator left. We must start again from scratch, but at least we have survived. The Rakghouls are still feeding on the dead, but when the meat is gone, they will begin to hunt.
We mourn today for Rukel, who brought us out of the Undercity and into the Promised Land. We have sent scouts throughout Taris and can find no other survivors. They cast us out and barred their doors to us. But now we bury our dead in the ashes of their skyscrapers. As Rukel told us, it is not an easy life. Our children will grow up in a world of spears and bows, not blasters and starships. It is my burden to preserve our memories. Once we were outcasts. Once we were the promised ones. Now we are Taris. Miracles are breeding back in the Undercity. They reproduced only by infecting us. But now, there are more every day. We lose people to them, a few every year, but only as meat. The serum the Upworlder brought us has held true. We do not sicken, but now the serum is gone. We have had 4 infants born who could not be immunized. All boys. We will not be able to protect them forever. We need our full strength to defend the tribe. Maybe the immunity was inherited. Maybe we do not need to worry that a bite, a scratch, will turn our children against us. Maybe I do not need to fear for my son.
I am Kuki, 14th Keeper of Memories after Rukil. We now number 53 adults and 21 children. We lost 4 abled bodies and 2 child bearers to the Ragul virus this year. Our records say there used to be a cure. We have lost so much. Tomorrow, we leave to search for higher ground. Plants are growing. Nature has reclaimed what once belonged to men. Nature is cruel. 2 of every 3 of our babies die to sickness and hunger. If we are to live, we must rebuild our walls.
We forgot. I am the memory. I have Rukil's descriptions. I know there was a city once. I know a city is many houses, many people. I am the only one. Now, there is just us. We have stopped having children. The old records say it is from toxic radiation. We once called this the Promised Land. It was a lie. It is our grave.
Lord Angrel, my interrogation is complete. Transmitting my report to you now.
Your efficiency will be noted. Take Dr. Godera to Droman Khaar. I have plans for him.
You never mentioned you were working for Angrel.
What is this? Explain yourself, Watcher.
To ensure mission success, I compromised with the Jedi. He's here for the Doctor.
You compromised? With the Jedi vermin who killed my son? Perhaps I should be grateful. You spared me the effort of hunting you down.
Stop throwing your lackeys at me. If you want to end this, do it in person.
Watcher, bring me this filth alive. I will kill him myself.
Respectfully, my lord. I'm duty-bound to honor our bargain.
Don't trifle with me. I want that Jedi.
Very well, Lord Angrel. I apologize for reneging on our deal, but I have orders. You understand. I recommend you surrender.
Despite your rank, you're still just a slave to the Sith.
Being a good servant does not make one a slave. I'd think a Jedi would understand that. This is not the ending I would have chosen. Again, Darth Angrel underestimates you. 20 years. I've avoided becoming a casualty of Sith madness. But an order is an order.
I wish these events could have ended better.
I served the Empire as best I could. I have no regrets. Regardless, you are the victor here. How do you wish to proceed?
I'll hand you over to the Republic military. You'll be a prisoner of war.
My loyalties forbid that, but you've been a worthy adversary. I won't ask you to tarnish yourself by killing me. Farewell, Jedi.
Dr. Godera, are you all right? I'm a Jedi Knight sent by General SWTOR to rescue you.
SWTOR? That old man never gives up, does he? The Imperials gave me a Class 4 truth serum. Don't remember the interrogation, but I fear they learned too much. I suppose you plan to take me back to Coruscant? I left for good reason, you know.
I'd like to hear it.
The Republic doomed itself when we signed that blasted treaty. The Sith Empire only sought a strategic pause in the fighting. Time to gather strength for a final crushing blow. The Senate ignored my projections. I refused to serve such monumental ignorance.
A government founded on freedom of choice is going to make mistakes, but it can also correct them.
I hope the fools who were in power when I left have been voted out of office. If it hasn't started already, all-out war is imminent. I'm ready to face what's coming. Perhaps it is time I returned. Finish the war and wipe out the Empire for good.
I was told you might be coming. Was there anything in the archive?
Apparently, the ancient Tarisian government thought the most important thing to preserve was themselves.
Themselves? What do you mean literally? That's amazing. All this time we've been working from old recordings and the occasional droid, when the key to the whole planet's history is right here.
Your supervisor sent me. I found out what happened to your promised ones. There's no happy ending.
I knew they couldn't have disappeared without a trace. Give me what you found. Let us learn the history of this doomed planet so we don't repeat it.
Fantastic, you're back. Governor Suresh needs to speak to you right away. Hold on.
How wonderful to see you again. I'm sure you're already noticing the changes your efforts have brought. Rakghoul attacks are down 80% in the resettlement zone, and the few we encounter are repelled more easily. Construction crews are back to work with a bit of arm twisting, and they're developing more ambitious projects. They believe in what we're doing again, thanks to you.
Now that progress is being made, will the Republic send more resources?
I'm doing my best to see that they do. But in spite of our success, we still have some serious challenges. The Rakghouls we've displaced now threaten our forward expedition teams. We've endangered our most vulnerable projects. The work those teams are doing is critical to reclaiming Taris. If we don't help them, the confidence we've worked so hard to restore could die forever.
Aren't there security forces to protect these people?
Of course. And their numbers are dwindling rapidly. Everyone working in that wilderness has lost friends and comrades. They're frightened and losing hope quickly. I need you to rekindle that hope. To show our people that no enemy is too powerful to overcome.
Let's get to work. It sounds like there's a lot to do.
The team leads are at Bridgick's Run. It was a top-notch swoop track before the Sith attacked.
A speeder will take you out once you're ready. When you land, find my agent Vilo. He'll be your guide. Hundreds of lives and millions of credits were sacrificed to bring us to this point. Do whatever it takes. Our project cannot fail.
The governor sent us plenty of help already. Volunteers, mercs, even Jedi. And they're all dead or working on it. I'm not watching the body count go any higher. We're pulling out. ASAP. You want to help? Help us load up for evac.
Does Governor Suresh know you're pulling out?
She's not here. We are. If you want to get yourself eaten or turned into a monster, go right ahead. Anything and anyone that isn't packed when we leave is meat. Your choice.
Ni at umpampa, boshura moki. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose ala tuta.
We won't let all this work go to waste, Vilo.
Kafsta undile, jigo hola lokuta. Mijusku ba flota lista.
This is not a grooming behavior. That's tool use at the very least.
I know that, and you know that. I'm just saying neither the university nor the garrison... Never mind, we have company.
Hi, I'm Mola Haxtor. This is Professor Vral. We're applied xenozoologists. Could you settle something for us?
I'm sorry, xenozoologist?
We study alien life forms. On Taris, that pretty much means Rakghouls.
Come look at this. We implanted a recording device in a Rakghoul and released him. This image is from the footage of his warren. It looks like a new species of Rakghoul. Taller, meaner, dominates normal Raks. And when it was being recorded, it
reached over and shut the transmitter off.
Well, I didn't think Rakghouls were that smart.
They may not be, but the evidence is compelling. If he were playing with a switch, he'd flick it on again. He hasn't.
If these ghouls are capable of tool use, our colony defenses need to be changed. But we need the footage of our device to be sure.
Besides the obvious academic prestige, it is essential that the Republic find out how dangerous this new species is.
The last thing we want are organized rat ghouls. I'll dig up your device.
How many teeth did you say those things have? Over 3,000? Because I think I feel every one of them.
Stop complaining. She barely grazed you. Besides, this gave us solid evidence of changes in Nexu maternal behavior as a result of... You! What do you know of the plight of the endangered Nexu?
Sorry, I don't give donations.
As if mere money could end the terrible predations on these beautiful creatures.
Don't be stupid, Koverma. Not everyone knows what a blasted Nexu is. Big drooling cat. Monster. Thing.
Liberated zoo specimens started a thriving population here on Taris. But the sows are starting to frenzy because their pups are being stolen! Blasted scavengers!
Are you talking about trying to save the Nexu cubs?
Oh, if I could, I'd be kicking down those scavengers' doors and feeding them their own blasters!
Which she can't because one of these lovely Nexu shattered every bone in her blaster hand last year.
Of course, if someone else wanted to volunteer...
We are here to restore Taris' environment, not destroy it further.
Thank you. I knew I wasn't alone wanting to see a thriving Nexu colony.
I think they ate Outpost 5.
The best thing to do is to hit the scavengers' main compound. Destroy all the cages, and they can't take another Nexu.
You're back. Let's queue up that footage and see the rat ghouls.
Calm down, Mola. I think some thanks are in order.
Yes, of course. We'd never go into the Warrens, even with an escort. This wouldn't have happened without you.
If the rat ghouls are a danger, they must be confronted.
If this works out, we'll be sure to credit you in the Journal of Sentientology.
Mola, how about phrasing it like, Tarisian colonists probably all owe you their lives?
You don't think that's more abstract?
I'll upload the footage. Let's talk after we've looked it over.
Did you do it? Did you strike a blow for Nexu everywhere?
Oddly easier than striking a blow against Nexu.
Tell me how it went.
Your Nexu pups are safe.
Ah, because of your efforts, future generations can enjoy the magnificent sight of a Nexu stalking its prey through the Tarisian swamps.
Probably human prey.
Nexu attacks should drop dramatically now that they're no longer defending their cubs. Thank you.
Any chance of changing our plans to focus on saving the rare Tarisian bark beetle?
The new species has a lair that looks like an ex-power plant. And it's got, get this, crude recent construction.
Mola, the fact that they can build a ladder is the least of our worries. Day 2, minute 11. One of the new species pushes away the others in order to get at a food source.
But he pushes them without touching them. It's very clear there is no contact.
The new species can use the Force.
But the old kind, they never could, right?
There is a widespread theory that the Rakul plague was an artificial creation of the so-called dark side. Thus, their evolution deviates from the standard model. But it leaves us with some disturbing possibilities.
We don't know if just one of the new species is Force sensitive or all of them. If it's all of them, the garrison is considering evacuation.
This is the largest threat facing Taris. We need eyes in that Rakul lair.
I will risk it to protect the colonies.
All right, the lair you want is deep in Rakul territory. Some of the power plant structure is still recognizable. I'll fit you with a transmitter so we can see what you see. Get close enough to film the creatures, but if one notices you, do what you have to do.
Approach. I am Bayon Siyu of the Sanage Temple.
Hey, you! The one who killed the Nekku! Open the lock! This holocron is crazy!
Calm yourself. I am incapable of madness. Madness is internal chaos, and there is no chaos, only harmony.
Back up. What did you call the dead thing?
Nekguls! He named them, not me!
The Nekguls activated me when they became Force sensitive. I saw them quest for knowledge, and began teaching them.
All they learned is better ways to kill, you saw it!
This Jedi Knight, Danajor, entered the Warren. He sought battle, and the Nekguls reacted.
Why are they keeping him alive?
The Nekguls are currently drawing power from dark emotions.
Say it! They tear out colonists' hearts in front of me because they feed on fear and disgust.
Then this is no theoretical threat. They're sadistic, premeditated.
What they do is from ignorance, not hatred. If you lived in a cave all your life, the first time you saw light, it would be painful. The darkness would comfort you, and you would only go toward light again when you found the courage. That is how it is with neck ghouls.
He's mad! There's hundreds of those things beneath us, by the reactor. He sees them as no threat, but they can't be allowed to live.
Revenge is not the Jedi way, Denna. Your plan will create ruin and poison.
The creatures are dangerous, but I would hear both sides.
He wishes you to use that control panel to fire the reactor and lower its shielding. What you plan is mass murder. No thinking creature deserves to die a lingering death from radiation. There are alternatives.
They were born of dark side sorcery. They cannot change.
It merely requires time, which I have. They cannot harm me. Leave me here with them, and seek death no more.
These things are a danger to every colonist on the planet. Take them out.
Collection of circuits feel it.
I hate him. But he's right about one thing. There's nothing good in this place.
Professor Vral here. You did great. We got everything recorded. Now get out of there. The multimeter's going crazy with radiation. Run! Run and never look back!
Master Jedi. But how... There were no survivors. You weren't part of the research team, were you? Then I gotta warn you. There's something around here that hunts Jedi like the mother of all rat ghouls. The creature's got a whole Jedi expedition, then ate my unit for dessert.
What creatures? Something attacked the Jedi?
Something that makes rat ghouls look downright cute and cuddly. Should've known when they said the Jedi got wiped out. What am I supposed to do that half a dozen Jedi can't? I don't know if those monsters ate the Jedi and barfed up the Force, but they were using powers like I've never seen.
A Jedi's limits must always be put to the test.
Goody for you. You go after those monsters, just be careful. They're smart. People smart. Let me know what happens, so I can convince them not to send me back in.
Get out while you can. There's nothing they can pay to make this job worth it. Oh. My apologies, Master Jedi. I thought for a second you were a hired grunt like the rest of us. Like rat ghouls aren't bad enough. They need to start breeding in the middle of a blasted nuclear reactor. Makes them twice the size and mean.
Why don't you let me deal with this?
Oh, that's awful generous. How do you feel about dying of an irradiated rat ghoul bite? I went into the rat ghoul warren right over that way, with 24 men. I'm the only one who crawled out alive. They're swimming in radiation. They've mutated into monsters that don't slow down even when you blast their brains onto the wall.
I've yet to meet a beast that can stand up to the Force.
Good, because a blaster was about as effective as a water gun. If they aren't destroyed down to the last beast, the whole settlement will be a graveyard. Once you're done, if you live, talk to Androclus Methodius there. He's heading up this task force.
We are here on a mission of mercy. I am recording this holojournal to preserve our efforts for posterity. All evidence indicates that raccoons are not beasts, but formerly sentient victims of a plague that mutates the body and mind. It was Sith science that created the plague. And where the Force has corrupted, perhaps the Force can also heal. We have set our camp near a raccoon lair, but have had little luck making contact with the creatures. We take heart that our theories are sound, for there is a palpable dark side presence coming from the lair. It is that influence we must combat to turn back the plague. Masters Trey Trimble and Lucana are dead. They ventured too close to the lair and were attacked. There was something else leading the raccoons. It seemed impervious to the power of the Force. I fear we've now drawn its attention. We are being picked off one by one. We have doused our fire, but still they find us. They seem to smell the Force in us. The light draws out their own darkness. We were wrong. This is far worse than a plague. They cannot be saved. I hope we still can...
Commander! Commander! Damn! Who are you? What's happened here?
It looks like rat ghouls are what happened here.
This whole thing, it's all wrong. This wasn't supposed to happen. How did I get stuck cleaning up the Republic's old messes? These men were here to deactivate bombs that the Republic gave to a Taris street gang 300 years ago during the Sith occupation. The bombs were meant to empower a revolt, but the Sith killed that idea when they decided to destroy the planet.
Why is the Republic only going after these bombs now?
We didn't realize that the bombs withstood the planet's destruction until one of our scientific expeditions was inadvertently blown up. I don't know who I angered, but it fell to me to ensure that the remaining bombs were deactivated. These commandos were my last shot. Please, you've survived out there. You have to help me.
Helping others is both a duty and an honor.
Thank you. You'll be saving lives, not to mention my job.
There are two things that would really make my day right about now. An Alderanian brandy, or news that you found the accelerator and cleared the track. One or the other. I'm not picky.
The track's clear, and I found the accelerator.
Here you go. Don't spend it all in one place. I hear there's a super fast speeder hitting the market in 10 to 12 months.
The last of the active bombs just disappeared from the grid. I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure.
You've saved countless lives, and for that, I'm grateful.
3, 2...
Shut it off! Shut it off! Everyone okay?
Just a few burns. I'm sorry, sir. We didn't get anything.
That looked like a nasty shock. You should see a medic.
Yes, thank you. I'll do that, Master Jedi.
We're supposed to get the old city computer systems back online. My team's been soldering hardware for weeks.
Problem is, some of the power systems are still operational. We keep hitting electrical surges, someone's going to get killed.
Engineering Team Gamma was supposed to find the generators and set them to emergency mode, but that ain't happening now.
Gamma can't do the job?
Not without a lot bigger guns than we've been issued.
The generators are outside the safe zone. Area's crawling with rat ghouls and prowlers. Until someone regulates the power, my team can't do a thing. I'm sure you've got your own problems, but if you can lend a hand, don't be shy.
If you're here from Republic Command, don't worry. We got the message. It's too dangerous. And if you're from the Union, same thing. None of my men are working as long as those tremor maws are in the lake.
I don't know what a tremor maw is, but it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, swamp lizards the size of a speeder. We tried to build a pipeline to the lake. You try and get the colonists a little fresh water, and what happens? Deaths, dismemberments, and your project's shut down. We exploded a few demolition charges to scare the maws off, but just makes them want to fight. Our blasts were more like bait.
How long can the colonists last without fresh water?
No colonist can afford water that's flown in for long. It's become a pattern. The money dries up, people leave, and rat ghouls move into the ghost town. What I wouldn't give for someone to just shoot those lizards. It's not like we ever removed the bait.
This colony won't fail on my watch. I'll let you put down that pipe safely.
I wanted to say that up front, but I didn't want to put pressure on a Jedi. It just, ain't classy. The demolition charges are in the lake. Set them to go and get way, way back. The blast will be big. Then, get ready for the fight of your life. Maws can bite through a gripper crane, let alone humanoids like us.
Master Jedi, honored to have you. Nice to see some of your order out of the temple and in the world again.
They're coming. At the door. The door! We have to get out. Alert the base. Everyone needs to evacuate.
Is the base under attack? What's going on?
That's Maya. Former First Lieutenant of the Endar Rebirth, the first scout vessel sent here to evaluate the possibility of recolonization. Ship disappeared 5 years ago, and 3 days ago, Maya comes staggering out of one of the collapsed buildings outside the base. He lived out there. No weapons but what he made from salvage, holding his own against the rat ghouls all that time?
I'm extremely impressed.
We breed our boys tough. Maya swears there are other survivors trapped in those ruins, tormented by rat ghouls. Upper brass, sitting on Ord Mantell, say it's too dangerous to send in a rescue unit, so those boys will die to spare some others the risk of it.
5 years. Those soldiers should not be left to suffer another day.
I was hoping you'd jump on the chance. I'd have been right there with you back when I had no stripes to wear.
You'll help? They're in the ruins. The city, it's all collapsed. You can't see the ghouls. Just the yellow eyes and the smell.
Anyone you find, bring them here. We'll make sure they finish their days in comfort.
You saved my life.
Just doing what I can.
I can't believe you came. He was so close. I could feel his breath on my skin.
It's going to be okay now.
I'm finally going home.
I'm here to rescue you.
I was about to give up. Thank you. Thank you.
The Lake team says they heard you at work. Given the size of those blasts, I'm surprised we didn't down here. Any problems detonating those bombs?
No trouble. It's more fun than trying to defuse them.
I wouldn't know. Sounds like your life is a bit more exciting than mine. But there's good news. I told the Republic the swamp is clear, and they instantly gave the go. No more bureaucratic boondoggle. Now we'll double time it until the pipeline is done. Those colonists are gonna feel a lot better when they can afford a shower.
Medic! Don't worry. You're safe now. We'll give you something to help you sleep. You did good. Maya says that's all that's left alive. If it wasn't for you, every one of those men would have turned rat ghoul. No, I wish I could have been there.
It was a fierce battle, but mere beasts cannot stand against the Force.
I'd give my left lung to see one of your kind in action. When those boys wake up, I'll tell them a real Jedi Master thought their lives were worth saving. As soon as those boys pass quarantine, we'll get them to a real hospital. Whatever they need, it's theirs on the Republic's tab. And I'll tell them, it's all thanks to you.
How's it looking, Imani?
Power readings are stable, sir. No reason we can't go in.
Power generators are reset. And it's you we have to thank, am I right?
It was the least I could do. Your team's taking a risk out here, too.
You've got my thanks at any rate. We should get back to it. We've lost time, and there's still a long way to go before systems integrity is restored.
Pleasure working with you, sir.
Padra vimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag. Karogia gia Israel Christai. Dasnia sia lagia ristic. Aprescimus. Bava mirgalia vimos del horizondo.
Do you need medical attention?
I taistik apia kat virti. Padra vimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag. Smal sio popudus mana ira padare mana nan kali.
Just tell me how I can be of service.
Vataranai ango mis akananorm, alas protas era. Gratai aptikte, irprit vertini savasia sa vebe kaigis.
Ubude wahalu ful kuleg ukunet ugustama akukuzaudu. Afetwata jeng umpurezunta urze serge jesu persentadu.
Diplomacy means supporting others in their misfortune, not taking advantage of it.
Met ulu jesku fuk ublata denku. Waraboj statud dun unmod tatolle ranzatuega.
You boys make me sick. Did you think Taris was beaches and pretty girls? What, working on your tan? We came here to make credits, but the credits aren't here, are they? They're out there.
Is there something you need, soldier?
Look, this Jedi does for free what you lazy slugs are too scared to do for pay. We just gotta take a few scans of the sliding plate so the Republic knows it's safe to rebuild. How hard is that? But no. All the retired soldiers, security officers, and bounty hunters in the Republic are no match for readouts on structural damage.
That place is crawling with those rat ghoul things. You saw what happened to Cal.
You're really gonna pass up the most lucrative opportunity of your careers on account of some oversized rats?
Allow me to do this.
I knew you'd have the guts, but then again, it'd be hard to find another group as weak-kneed as this lot. You take this scanning device out to the big sliding plate and bring back the data, and I'll give you the majority cut. If the money on offer is any indication, the Republic needs this data badly, and I ain't leaving empty-handed.
Speak your mind. Just make it quick.
Glad to hear it. And don't let all this talk of rat ghouls scare you. They're blaster fodder.
You're a Jedi! I didn't know anyone else was out here. I'm Devin Ray, sir. I have permission from Master SWTOR to be on Taris. Exploratory mission to the old Jedi Enclave.
I haven't heard anything about a Jedi Enclave.
Centuries back, the Jedi had an outpost on Taris. They left shortly before the world burned. I'm here to recover anything left behind. But between the fauna and the looters, I haven't had much luck. We were hoping for holocrons, diaries, Jedi history. In truth, we knew it was a long shot.
I'm here to help. Is there anything I can do?
Perhaps. I am a bit overwhelmed, and we need to find everything we can to help build a future for the Order. Master SWTOR warned me that any artifacts left behind would be hidden, protected, sealed in ferrocrete pillars or disguised as statues. Our tools are lightsabers and blasters. If you can cut away the outer layers, find anything from the Enclave in these ruins, bring it to me. I'd be grateful. Good to see you again. Incredible. You actually went through the ruins. Here it is, the history of the Jedi on Taris. Artifacts I don't even recognize. Exactly what we need to rebuild the Order.
It was the least I could do.
You don't know what this means. I'll get them back to the Masters unharmed. I swear. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And may the Force be with you.
Well, what do we have here? Back and with all your limbs, huh? Not frothing at the mouth? Hey, you lazy slugs! Pay attention while I hand your pay over to someone more deserving. You did good work. These scans will be a big boost to the rebuilding effort. And I can finally get these boys back home to their mamas.
My pleasure.
We heard the good news.
The governor wishes to...
The governor wishes to congratulate you herself. You've done some truly incredible work for Taris. Every last person here is in your debt.
Are there any other problems that need attention, Governor?
I can't imagine asking any more of you. I'm certain there will be many more challenges to overcome as we continue our work. But I'm also certain your heroic example will inspire everyone who works to make Taris the brightest point in the Republic.
I'm proud to have been a part of something so important.
We're all proud to have had you with us. Travel safely.
Told you, Agent. This Jedi never fails.
My team came to assist you. We discovered the outpost was destroyed and assumed the worst. Can you tell us what happened? We have unconfirmed reports the Imperial Spymaster Watcher 1 is on Taris.
The Spymaster was working for Darth Angral. I dealt with Watcher 1, but the Empire knows too much about us.
The Empire's spy network will suffer without Watcher 1's guidance. That buys us time.
Dr. Godera, you're looking well, all things considered. Ready to come home?
Depends. Are you ready to do what's right?
I always was, and our time has finally come. Agent, bring Dr. Godera to Coruscant immediately. We'll be needing his skills. Contact me from your ship. Our SWTOR out.
Then this is goodbye. You saved my life. I owe you.
I'd never have found you without your droid. The Imperials destroyed it, but I salvaged the memory core.
Ah, Remo. One of my favorites. Thank you for salvaging his parts. Yes, I look forward to putting him back together.
That droid's a hero. He deserves a second chance.
Working on Remo will make the long flight to Coruscant more bearable. Goodbye for now. I'm sure we'll see each other again.